Hey Taurus, how are you? Welcome back. I hope you've had a wonderful week or so of July so far. I'm going to do a special extra July, you could say, solar eclipse tarot card reading for your sun sign, because we're going to have the solar eclipse in a few days on the 12th of July. So big things happening for all of us in terms of astrology, especially for Cancer sun signs, because the first eclipse as we go into eclipse season is in Cancer. So for you guys, let's see what's on the cards. This is a general reading, guys. If it doesn't resonate with you, check your moon and ascendant sign. Maybe those will resonate with you more. So let's get into it. Let's see. So Taurus, sun, moon and rising. Spirit, let's tap into the energy of Taurus, sun, moon and rising. If there is a message for Taurus. Okay, that's too many. There's a message for Taurus, sun, moon and rising. Please let it be known. So first card will represent the theme, or what's going on. Second card will represent the heart of the issue or the matter. Third card will represent the recent past. Fourth card will represent the present. Fifth card will represent the advice, and the sixth card will represent a potential outcome. This is Taurus, sun, moon and rising. Taurus, sun, moon and rising. Ruler of the second house. What's just dropped? The Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit is major kind of card, and the energy of the Hermit is about trusting your inner voice, going within, also taking time out and withdrawing from a place, person, situation, whatever it may be. Also represents the sun sign of Virgo. So it could be dealing with a Virgo. Put that back in. If it wants to come out, it will. And Taurus, sun, moon and rising. If there's a message for Taurus, please let it be known. Alright, let's see what's going on. Taurus. Okay. Taurus, sun, moon, rising. Taurus. Okay, I feel pulled here, so we'll read from that deck for Taurus, and your bottom of the deck energy is death. Ooh, don't get scared. If you've watched my intro, you'll know that death is one of my favourite tarot cards because of the energy that it brings. First of all, it represents the sun sign of Scorpio. Okay, so this could represent a Scorpio person or a person who has Scorpio characteristics, quite mysterious, very, very highly passionate, sometimes blows hot and cold, drawn to things of the occult, very, very emotionally intelligent, also an intuitive person. So that's what it represents as a person. As a situation or a place. Death is about transformation. Okay, it's about the death of something to make way for something new. And the wonderful thing about the energy of death is, as you can probably see in this deck, this is a tiny deck, but in most traditional decks, the death card has the sun in the background. So even though people are dying or something has died or will die, depending on what's playing out in your own life, it's all about making way for something new. So I always read the death card energy as blockages being removed, essentially. It's not literally always about death of a person. Sometimes it is, but in most cases it's death of a situation or death of things that no longer serve us anymore. Okay, blockages being removed. So we'll see what that means, how it plays out. Okay, Taurus. Interesting cards we've got here. Very, very interesting. Okay, got a good mixture of everything. Let's look at this message a bit closer. Okay, looking at this spread, Taurus, it feels to me like some of you are planning or will be planning, and it could very well be to do with around challenges that you've had. I feel that way because of what's in your outcome position here, but I won't go too far ahead. I'll just walk you through what I see and what I feel. Okay, so the issue for some Tauruses that I picked up is the Devil card. And first of all, as a person, the Devil card represents the sun sign of Capricorn. Okay, so it could be that some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. But the other side of the Devil card is, there is no real easy way to say it, because this card kind of represents things that are toxic, things that are maybe not as good for us as we think they are, or things that we've become slightly obsessed with or addicted to, things that have controlled us, things that have dominated us. Is that kind of energy, apart from it representing Capricorn. Not saying that Capricorn sun sign people are in any way, shape or form that way. This is just a tarot card that represents, you know, Capricorn in tarot, but the energy of the actual meaning behind the Devil card is that kind of toxic energy. It is kind of being oppressed, things that are controlling us and maybe not as good for us. And it also does represent, I have to say it, or it can sometimes throw up issues, or it can shed light on things like addiction, whether this be to drink, drugs, a person, sex, chocolate, money, shoes, jackets, handbags, you name it. It's that kind of energy of kind of being obsessed or addicted to something. And the theme is about investment as well, because you've got the Nine of Wands, and 9 as a number is that kind of number that we get to just before we get to a stage of completion. Okay, so it's about, in the Suit of Wands, it's about the investment that you've done in the past. As you can see, you've got a person here who's got, you know, 8 wands, you know, all lined up, and it is very much about that final wand. Oops, excuse me, my nails need doing. That final wand that needs to be put into the ground, you know, the investment of the past. So be honest with yourselves, Taurus. Is there anybody out there who has maybe been investing in something that maybe that's not as good for them, or spending time on things that are not that good for them, or being a bit obsessed over something, or controlled by something? Because that's the energy that I'm picking up. If it's not a investment with a Capricorn sign person, or a person who radiates the sort of characteristics of Capricorn. Capricorn is a sun sign, and characteristics tend to be quite hard working, tend to be, you know, people who are quite grounded because they're earth signs as well. But, you know, you take what resonates with you. But I'm feeling very much as though it's something that maybe wasn't that good, and there's now planning around this, and that planning could be potential departure. Now, in your past position, you've got the Page of Swords. Swords is a suit. If you've watched me before, you know that this suit is challenge. It's not pretty. It is literally all the challenges that we face in life. And the energy of the Page of Swords can be a thing or a person or a place that can bring conflict into our life. It's also about understanding or learning something, like information coming to us through, you know, whatever medium, learning, becoming enlightened about something. It also represents contracts and legal issues, but I feel very much like this potentially could be a conflict, a past conflict, or a past energy that's not made you, Taurus, feel that particularly great, that you potentially may have invested in the recent past. This could also represent, as sun signs, it's all the air signs, so Aquarius, Gemini or Libra, and just throw that in there as well so that you know what all the energies mean and how these cards can play out. So that's what I feel. Okay, there's been some kind of investment, in something that maybe wasn't as good for you as you thought it might be, or a Capricorn sun sign person, and potentially maybe there has been a little bit of conflict, or there might be a little bit of conflict if it hasn't happened already, depending on when you watch this video. So in the present, okay, so all that is kind of here. Okay, in the present, looking forward, you know, there is good news. There is good news, and it does feel good looking forward. So In the present position, you've got the Two of Wands. So 2 is a number of the stage of planning, the stage of preparation, the stage of getting ready to take flight to do something. In a Suit of Wands, it is exactly that. You know, you've got a guy standing here with the globe in his hand, and he has the whole world at his feet. So it is about planning for the future, planning about, you know, what it is that you want, what it is that you want to do next. So that's what's going on in the present. And this could be linked to some kind of abundance or some kind of stability that you actually want. Because you've got the Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles as a suit does represent all the things that we cast as being stable. So finances, work, money, cars, houses, what we own, like all the tangible things that represent security and potentially money. And it also represents health. Now the 9, as I said before, with the 9 of Wands, is the number just before the stage of completion. So in the Suit of Pentacles, it's about having everything you need around you. It's about having, it's a card of abundance, yes, but it's about taking time to appreciate what's around you, or ensuring that you have everything around you that you need. It's kind of like the wish, what would make you content. And then obviously the 10 of Pentacles would be the ultimate, you know, that's exactly, that is your heart's desire, that is what you actually want, or that is what you actually deserve. So I feel like some of you are planning possibly to take flight or to move forward or to gain this level of stability or abundance or security or whatever it is that you feel that you want or that you deserve, because potentially there's been conflict over that in the past, is how I feel. I'm really drawn to this Devil card though, guys. I can't lie, I'm really drawn to it for you. And with the 9 of Wands next to it as well, indicating the investment into this, or this person investing in you, or this thing investing in you, whatever way around it is, whether you've invested or they've invested, it feels like you need to move on from it, is what I've just been pushed to say. What's just been put in front of me is you need to move on from it. And it's good to see the 2 of Wands in the present with you planning. So if you're sitting there, Taurus, having thoughts of should I, shouldn't I, then I feel very pushed to say, yes, maybe you should consider what it is, your heart's desire, what it is that actually would make you feel content, what it is that would make you feel secure, and you should go for it. Now, in your outcome position, in this situation, as it reads to me and how I feel about what's going on, about the investment, you know, things maybe, this investment maybe not being the best thing for you or as you thought it would have been. The Queen of Swords is about speaking your truth. Of all the queens, she is the confident, outspoken, no bullshit energy out of all of the queens. And it doesn't matter whether you're a guy sitting here watching this, excuse my French as well for saying no bullshit, but that's the only that's the best way for me to describe the Queen of Swords, because it is that energy of speaking your truth. The Queen of Swords urges us to be open, to be honest. Her energy is about knowing who it is that she is or he is, doesn't matter whether you're male or female, exactly what it is that he or she wants. So that is the outcome. And I feel as though this past energy of the Page of Swords, and what I can see here, which is the potential conflict or the potential news that you've learned, or the potential contract that you were thinking of signing, or the potential, I feel as though it's conflict for some reason. Conflict is coming to me rather than anything of like legal or contracts or learning something. It feels like conflict because of the presence of the Devil and the investment. I feel as though with the Queen of Swords directly underneath it, in your outcome position, and the Two of Swords the 2 of Wands in the present with the planning, that it is key for you under this solar eclipse, Taurus, to speak your truth and to move forward. I think, if I remember correctly for you, Taurus, I think the last reading I did for you, if it wasn't this month, it might have been the month before, and the Queen of Swords came up again, and the message was the same. I think I even titled the video something like, if it's not enough, speak your truth, and it's come up again. on a different day, using a different deck, I'm getting the same energy for you. It's about some of you Tauruses needing to speak your truth. Or there is a Taurus out there who needs to speak his or her truth, especially around this energy that I'm picking up, which I feel a bit standoffish about with the Devil card. I feel a bit like it's been an investment that maybe, you know, the investment, the Nine of Wands, okay, it's like explained to you the investment with the Devil card there, as though maybe this is an investment that maybe you need to or should have or will be thinking about, depending on when you're watching this, what tense will relate to you, whether you should have or you should do, or you know, you are thinking about at the moment whether it's really the right thing for you. And definitely speaking your truth is going to be the way out. It's going to be the way out's come to me, so I'll just say it. It's going to be the best way to do it. It's going to be what needs to be done. Your bottom card energy is the Death card. Okay, it is about death and rebirth. It is about removing blockages. It is about taking away what no longer serves you in order to make way for something new. And I feel very much, let's just see what's underneath death. Potential for success, Seven of Wands. Okay, the Hermit, going within yourself. So yeah, it feels very much as though you need, some Tauruses out there need to do a bit of soul searching. Here's what's coming up for me. Soul searching is the best way to express it, and a bit of being honest and planning, and really Taurus, speaking your truth. And I'm going to leave it there for you, I think, because I think I'm being guided to stop here and say that's the message that I need to deliver. But some Tauruses do need to speak their truth. It's come up before in the last reading, and it's come up again on a complete different deck on a complete different day. And whether you need to depart from this Page of Swords energy, this potential air sign person, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or this potential conflict, if it's not an air sign person, or this potential information that you've learned, or this potential contract that you're thinking of signing, because those are the energies of the Page of Swords. But as I said, I personally feel as though it's conflict or conflict of interest. Then so be it, and speak your truth on your way out. Let whoever or whatever know what your truth is what I'm being pushed to say for you, Taurus. So interesting. I mean, to be honest with you, I do love it when I do a reading for one sign, or I do a reading for one person, and using a complete different deck, and a message comes out, then I do another one a few weeks later, or a week or so later, and it's like a continuation. It's like I feel the same thing, and it's like the same kind of cards fall out, especially with the Queen of Swords. So I'm going to pull an angel card for you, Taurus. I'm going to see what comes up with the angel cards. It might be related. It might be a complete different bit of a complete different message for somebody else who needs to hear something. We'll see what comes out, okay? So Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. If there is a message for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, please let it be known if there's a message. Okay, so that's too many. We really just want one message. So Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay, there you go. Nope. That's two again. Okay, so Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising. If there's a message for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, please let it be known. Okay, and there you go. That's your message, Taurus. And you have patience, which is interesting. It says patience. Your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. So I don't know if that means anything to any Taurus, Sun, Moon and Risings out there, or whether this is related to this issue here that's come up, and the same sort of issue that I'm feeling from before. But patience, your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. That's the message from the angels for you. So good luck, Taurus. Have a wonderful solar eclipse as it comes up on the 12th. I hope the situation does clear up for you and you manage to get through it. But as I said, speaking the truth with the Queen of Swords, taking that no-nonsense attitude, I feel, and what's being presented to me is going to be a way forward for you. It's going to be a way forward. So good luck, Taurus. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. You can press the subscription button and there's a little bell next to it so you get notified if I upload a video for your sun sign. So have a blessed month, Taurus, and the best of luck. Hopefully I'll see you in August. Okay, bye guys. See you, Taurus.